Hey, protect yourself at all times. Most important part.
Behind this glass
Stay forward.
is a dream
Step to the side. Beautiful slip, baby.
in the making
Beautiful, baby. Oh, stop.
for 15-year-old Alexis Lavergne. And she's giving herself a puncher's chance at turning her dream into a reality.
That's like always been my goal since probably like since the 2012 Olympics. It's been my goal, and like just seeing people go out there like in any sport, it's always like had me in awe. Like I've always wanted to be on stage in front of everybody in the world just watching me, and I want to be able to support everybody in my country and be able to represent them.
The chance to represent the United States in the Olympics is what drives Alexis these days. It's why when the rest of her friends are hanging out with each other, Alexis is hanging out
How's it feel?
in the gym,
Hold tight. Just down.
in the ring. It's what's made their bond the tightest ever since she was 7 years old, which coincidentally is when Alexis saw her first boxing match and was hooked.
I asked him if I could do it, and he told me no.
I was very apprehensive in the beginning. I was scared. She's my first child. And Alexis was very sick at a very young age.
As a 4-month-old, doctors diagnosed Alexis with respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, and she had so much trouble with her breathing, she had to undergo breathing treatments every 4 hours.
Nice and tight.
So when, as a 7-year-old, Alexis decides she wants to box, her parents naturally were concerned.
Seems good?
Yeah.
So when she wanted to go into a sport like this, I was extremely apprehensive.
Thought maybe this was a bit more of a kind of a try it and then she'll move on to something.
In the beginning, I did, absolutely. And then when I would see how much, that she wanted to do it, and she had this desire, and she wanted to go, and so I said, okay, then let's do it.
And from that moment on, Alexis was full steam ahead, although she said it felt a little more like baby steps.
Like at first, I kind of like worked into it. I didn't spar or like fight anyone right away. My dad didn't really want me to, like, because I'm his daughter. He doesn't want me to just go in there right away and start punching people and getting hit by people. And after a while of just training, I really wanted to do it, and I still like kept trying to get to the part where I could spar and do it competitively. And once I started, like it was fun for me.
Let's get off, Lex.
And what began as a curiosity eventually exploded into something much bigger because Alexis got much better as time went on.
She's been playing sports since pretty much she can walk. So when we introduced her to boxing, we thought it would just develop all of her other sports. And she just took to it, and it went off from there.
I've put a lot of work into this, and just by doing it, it's like it all comes together naturally.
Out of the red corner, Alexis.
So naturally, Alexis has quickly become a household name in boxing. Few fighters her age have won as much as she has, and her room is full of reminders. So many world and national championship belts and trophies and medals that she's won over the years only leaves her wondering what's next and who's next. In practice, in fact, in this ring is as close as Alexis gets to having a real bout in Louisiana. Of her previous 27 fights, 24 of which she won, by the way, only 2 of them have been held in her home state.
They don't want to take the bouts. That's the problem. They don't want to take, boxing's a funny sport. There's a lot of trainers out there that say that they want their boxers to be the best, but a lot of them sometimes tend to go a different direction when they can make the bouts.
It kind of is frustrating because I love like when my family is there to watch me.
Simply put, Alexis just wants what every kid wants. Her parents to enjoy her rise to stardom as much as she is, and she's having a blast. Boxing to Alexis is fun, but also a means to do more later on.
Definitely, like after the Olympics, I'm thinking about going into broadcasting, like sportscasting, and also going into boxing professionally.
And she's also thinking mixed martial arts, but all of that will come after she achieves her first goal, being on that podium in 2020, up there for the world to see. And it'll be quite the celebration for everyone that's helped her get there.
We instill everything in our children to go the extra mile, do the extra 10% is what we call it, more than everyone else does. And I think that the hopes and dreams and desire and the work ethic, everything she has, is a reflection of her parents.
How close do you feel like you are right now to that?
I think I am pretty close because I feel like my dad has prepared me, and it's trials are 1 year away, and I just have to keep working towards it, and hopefully I can make the team.
Off I-55, around 70 miles from New Orleans, sits the little town of Amite. Their top commodity used to be oysters. At its height, 5 oyster houses called Amite home. Something else has emerged. Something big that this small town can rely on. That something was never more obvious or bigger than this.
Make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins!
Former Amite High receiver Devontae Smith made the biggest catch in college football last year.
The football game in Amite on Friday night, that is where everybody goes. That's the only thing in town. And you know you're going to see a good football team, and they're going to win the vast majority of their games.
All right, let's get it.
Ishmael Sopsher is literally the next big thing coming out of Amite. Recruiting services ranked the 6'5", 280-pounder the #1 defensive tackle in the country. His prowess on the gridiron caught the eyes of elite coaches before Ishmael even enrolled at Amite High.
Coach Saban was the first college coach I ever talked to. It was my 8th grade year, going into my 9th grade year. That was my first time ever going to camp. And he was just amazed how big I was and how good I was.
Some say Ishmael's talents are once in a generation, and his on-field demeanor earned Sopsher the nickname Humble Beast.
Ishmael is not that rah-rah, you know, he's not that kid, you know, he comes to work, you know, whatever it is needs to be done. Whether we work in 2 hours or we got to go 2 hours and 30, or if he's staying extra to do whatever extra it is that he needs to do. I mean, he's going to come do his job and not make a whole lot of noise about it and go about his business.
Come on!
Sopsher is the #1 defensive tackle in the country for the class of 2019. Every big-time school wants his services, but Ishmael has his sights set past playing on Saturdays.
When you have guys like Ed Orgeron and Nick Saban and Urban Meyer come here, well, those coaches, they're not recruiting Saturday talent. You know, they recruit Sunday talent. And that's what Ishmael has. I mean, he has Sunday talent.
But for now, Sopsher needs to find a landing spot for the next 3 to 4 years. LSU's recruitment started in middle school.
Our relationship, you know, it's been getting better and better every time. You know, we talk a lot, we text a lot. I've been knowing Coach O since my 8th grade year. You know, he seen me as a kid. He always told me that I was gonna always be great. So, you know, I just can't never forget that.
Ed Orgeron stays in constant contact with Sopsher, and so does the purple and gold faithful.
And I get that almost every day. You know, I look on my social medias, everybody come here, you know, go there. You know, I mean, it'll be real nice playing for the home state, but it's really, you know, I'm just up for grabs right now. My recruitment is open, so you know, anybody can get me.
Even the governor has a few thoughts on where the Humble Beast should call home in 2019.
And obviously very talented. He works hard. And so I'm just couldn't be happier for him. And I know he's going to have plenty of opportunities. I'm just going to use this opportunity to express that it's my sincere desire that he decide to stay in state.
Orgeron has preached on protecting Louisiana's borders and not letting talent like Sopsher escape the state. He needs these 5-star recruits and victories in the fall, or fans will start calling for his ouster.
He probably has the only job in Louisiana that is more of a pressure cooker than the one that I have. You know, it's tough to be a head coach of the LSU football team.
That pressure cooker of recruiting can also get to the governor when Coach Saban raids your hometown for players.
We're proud to have him from Amite, but at the same time, I get ribbed a lot because he left my hometown and went to Alabama, and as a true freshman, had a great season. I wish him well, but obviously somewhat disappointed that he's not playing here in Louisiana.
Smith never won it all in the Dome, but with the Humble Beast, optimism is sky high.
There it is! There it is! High tight with the football. Championship effort every time.
It's state championship or nothing. You know, we came close 2015. We were semifinals 2016. Last year we lost in the quarterfinals. I mean, we've been close. We have been there. But you know, now it's now or never.
we know that we're fielding teams that probably should win. That just makes us more excited and determined in the next year to actually get it done.
One.
In a meet,
All things on two, 1, 2.
Garland Gillen, Fox 8 Sports.
Go!